Good morning, Bob. Hi, Janine. Hey, you're spraying drool all over the place again. What is it with you? Oh, I wasn't sure you were going to be here today, Rhonda. Didn't see anything from you on Facebook, and usually when I have the warning of the live stream coming up early, you're usually here talking to everybody. We actually usually when Rhonda's on here, I actually have to delay the live stream starting for a minute or two because I got to sit there and read all the comments and catch up with what was going on. Had to run to the laundromat. Okay, well, I guess that's acceptable. Good morning, Tracy. How are you? Ready for another fun-filled episode of the live stream here? You didn't sound really enthusiastic, Bite. That sounded like, yeah, right. Has Charlotte and Logan been dropping food in the dresser drawers? Yeah, I don't know. That's not good. Cookies, brownies, and banana bread. That sounds good. Yummy. I like all those things. Do you like cookies, brownies, and banana bread? Yeah. You went to get pants and everything was covered. That's funny. You figure out who the culprit is? Is it one or both of them? Either will admit it. Yeah, that's probably it. Deny, deny, deny. Good morning, Connie. You want a kitty treat? Of course you do. You always want a kitty treat. Oops, I dropped one. So are you at work? No, you said you just came back from the laundromat. So you're just watching on another device? Is that what's going on? Oh, I see Nibble peering around the corner there. The little orange face right there. I think when she hears the kitty treats. Let's see if my backhand is any better. No, but Bite's ability to run is. I think Nibble got that one. You just weren't fast enough, Tub of lard. So I'll get it to arc over Bite so that Nibble gets a chance at it here. Even then, I guess that's it. I guess she's done. Oh well. Back to the Bruck show. Oh, you're online at the laundromat. Okay. Sitting in the car. Okay. That'll work. Good morning, Kimberly. Laundromat isn't in a great area, so you sit in the car with the doors locked. That's probably a good idea. What have I been up to all week? I assume that's directed at me. Just, I've been working for the last few days, working my tail off. Of course, trying to keep up with the vlogs on my days off. Last week was my long weekend, so I like it when I can get four vlogs done on a long weekend. That gets me a little ahead of the game. Your 17-year-old cat was huge, but is now light as a feather. I don't know if you're doing something intentionally about that, but I know that the cat I had before Bite and Nibble, he lost a lot of weight late in his life, and it turned out he had diabetes. So I don't know if you're intentionally putting him on a diet or if something else is going on, but might want to keep an eye on that. How's my mom doing? My mom's doing much better. She finally got her staples out of her stomach from her surgery and is kind of back to you know trying to live a normal life. She's doing PT a lot because being in bed for a month, basically, she went backwards a lot in terms of that. So that's that's kind of the issue there. So she's got a lot of work to do to get back to where she was. You're thinking it is diabetes? Yeah, I had to bring my cat to the vet and ended up having to give him insulin and stuff like that. Haven't gotten a specific answer when she's going to be home yet. Let me see if I missed something here. Let's see. Two of them she sent this week, or three of them. And it said, doctor took the staples out today. Need to go back in a month. Now I have to just get my legs back strong enough after a month in bed. So far, so good. Thanks for the thoughts and prayers. I'll stay in touch. And then she followed up again yesterday with this one. Just checking in so far. Incision is doing well, but the legs don't work well yet. PT will work hard, and I will too. Hope your viewers all have a good week and wish you all a safe and happy week. Weather is more like spring so far, but I guess next week is going to be more rain. Brenda, my sister, brought her Panera bread for dinner, and she likes that. Apparently, the food she's been getting at the place she's staying at tastes like cardboard. So she likes it when my sister kind of brings her something from the outside. It's good too. She's got to get back to eating so she can build up her strength again. But she said food here is nothing to get excited about. Some of the food I recognize is very good, but the rest of it, yeah, no good. Yeah, the pool's doing a lot better. I still got some work on it, but we're making progress. Had a little problem with the new pool vac that I got, but you'll hear more about that in future vlogs. It's been kind of cold here too, Rhonda. And probably not that cold. We haven't had any snow, but it's been in like the mid 30s last couple nights. Panera Bread is a restaurant that does kind of high end sandwiches and stuff like that. My mom was a big fan of them when she lived down here in SoCal, or down there in SoCal, and I guess there's one up near her place in Sacramento too. So uh, that's something she likes a lot. Yeah, Connie knows what we're talking about in terms of food tasting like cardboard. I don't know what it is. They're paying all this money for healthcare, and they can't provide you a decent meal. There were some pretty serious storms that went through Dallas. I guess there was a tornado or something like a tornado that touched down in the Dallas area, ripped the roofs off some buildings, but we just had a little bit of rain here. It wasn't much. Ronnie's got to go check the washers. Yeah, I suppose that's important. I don't know. You got to with Panera Bread, you just have to go in and see what sounds good. A lot of it is really good. I think my mom is more into it than I am, though. We have them here in Texas too, and in the entire time I've been here, I've never said, "Gee, I could really go for some Panera Bread." So it's decent stuff. It's decent food. My mom really likes it, but yeah, it's just got to go in there and figure out what looks good. Thanks. I know my mom finally has internet, so she's been watching these lately. She had to binge watch to catch up because I think she was like 3 or 4 weeks behind. But she's starting to catch up now, so that's a good thing. She said the other day she watched several live streams and a whole bunch of videos. So I guess that's something that's good to do for her to do when she's in the hospital and doesn't want to watch daytime TV. I like it when my water is ice cold. I'm sorry, vodka. I like it when the vodka is ice cold. It's supposed to be in the 50s. We're going to get into the 50s today, but it's still going to dip down into the low 30s tonight, and then we start warming up later in the week. Where are the cats? Mike's over here on the floor, and Nibble made her appearance a little bit ago. You can make sure she's not peering around the corner there. Haven't talked to Jordan about visiting him, but he stopped in briefly on the live stream last week. You just told her, Tracy, because she'll see the comment. But I know she knows that you're all thinking about her and praying for her. So keep them up. It's working. She's getting better. It's just a matter of time now. I got to build up some vacation time before I can do any trips at this point. Company for some reason decided at the start of the year this year to just pay us out for all our unused vacation time. So we all started off with like no vacation this year. It's starting to accrue up a little bit now because we're into March, but still, it's kind of a drag too because they basically paid us out and negated all our vacation time, and then like 2 3 weeks later they shut the facility down for 3 weeks while they did a maintenance cycle, and then nobody had any vacation time to take. So I don't know. I wish they'd thought that out a little better. Top vloggers, I haven't seen you guys in a while. Great to have you here. You like the pool videos? Thank you. You got a couple more coming. Now, I'm not doing them dedicated pool videos. In fact, the next video isn't anything about the pool, but uh, it's kind of an interesting video. Something I've heard about for a while. I teased about it a little bit last week on the live stream. What month is warm enough to swim in there? Probably about June. It's still in the 60s right now in the pool, and so that's way too cold. And the pool isn't really ready yet anyway. It's got a ways to go. But we're making progress. The pool pump is doing a great job. Um, all right, and we're getting there. I kind of like the place I'm going to right now with the pool people I'm visiting now versus like Leslie's because these guys kind of want to take the approach of they don't want to dump a bunch of chemicals into the pool. They want to kind of take a natural approach and they're hoping right now that the pool pump, now that I've got new sand in the filter, that will take care of a big part of the problem and the pool vac will deal with the rest of it. And then just keeping the chemistry under control, keep the chlorine tabs in, shock it periodically. They got me shocking the pool more than once a week right now because I think that's going to help a lot to get everything under control. And the pool is looking a lot better. You can see the bottom now. When I first pulled the cover off, you couldn't even see the bottom. Oh, but I like having the pool, John. It's really, really great. I like going out on warm summer nights for like, 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night for a nice walk. And you come back and you're hot and it's really nice to get into the pool. So I don't know. I still think it's a good investment. I like it. And yes, okay, I've spent some money on it, but it was a lot of money this year because I had to get a new pool vacuum, and those things are about $1,000. But in reality, I maybe spend $500 or $600 a year to keep that thing going, and I think it's definitely worth it. I don't know. You got to decide on your own. You can pay somebody to come in and maintain the pool too. I'm kind of a do-it-yourselfer. I like to do as much as I can on my own. Uh, because you save money doing that and you gain the experience taking care of it. I'm learning a lot about that pool by dealing with the stuff on my own and learning how to deal with things, when they come up. And every time something new happens, that's more knowledge I get that makes it better to deal with the issue in the future on your own. Mom's doing well. She's still kind of in the rehab place. They're doing a lot of PT with her right now because she's been off her feet for about a month, and so she's got to kind of make up where she was, get back to where she was. Oh, no doubt. I'd probably spend $100 a month having somebody maintain the pool for me. All I got to do is pay for the chemicals. And the chemicals, it's the shock chemical. A 5 gallon bucket is probably $100, and the chlorine tabs are probably $75, and that'll last you for 6 months. You just moved to a new place as a pool. All right. Yeah, the first place I moved into here, the apartment had a pool, but I never once went in it. The whole apartment was kind of a dive, and I didn't really want to get into the pool. And then the whole COVID thing happened, and they closed the pool. And it seems like COVID would be the perfect. A pool would be the perfect place to be if you had, if you have a COVID thing, because anything get the chlorine kind of kills everything. Yeah, I agree with you. But now that I got my own, I know exactly what's in it. I know exactly who's been in it. So that's the way to go. When is planting time for the garden? Well, I did some replanting in the front yard last week, and you'll see that on an upcoming video. Decided to do something there, and haven't done anything in the back yet. But some of the Montana is coming back on its own, so. Yeah, I think Jordan probably has a pool guy taking care of his pool. I don't know. I haven't talked to him about it, but that would be my assumption. I think he's there so infrequently right now because he's just always out traveling doing his vlogs. You hear the gift pools are a gift and a curse. Yeah, I mean, I suppose if you don't want to pour a whole bunch of money into it, but I tend to focus on the gift part of it. And honestly, the curse is the work that you have to spend on it. And you know what? That's not necessarily a curse if you learn how to do something and it becomes useful and you can take care of that on your own. You like the vlog I did of my dad? Yeah, yeah. It's something that I just have to do every once in a while. No, Jordan isn't a very hands-on person. I mean, you remember when he first moved into his house, he basically hired painters to come in and paint the entire inside of the house. There's no way I would have hired somebody to do that. I can do it myself and turn it into a vlog. Yeah, I suppose if you have a scare in a pool, that's something you want to be careful of. Flash is doing her thing. She's kind of up and down right now. Right now, she's down because it's really cold out, but she was out and about a little bit last week, and the lawn is starting to come back a little bit, so she's got something to eat. And I bought a nice head of cauliflower last week at the store. I like cauliflower, and so I peeled some of the leaves off of it and fed those to her, and she gorged herself on cauliflower leaves. So she's doing well. She's in her box right now because it's so cold. I do suppose it's probably because he's got so little extra time, but also he's not as much hands on as I am. I heard from Beth lately, just on on Facebook. She posts from time to time on Facebook. I know she misses Flash. Yeah, Lantania is a flower that I planted in the backyard last year. It's a really bright orange, red, and yellow flowers. Really a beautiful, beautiful plant, but it got pummeled by the winter ice storm this year. So I was out a little bit before the live stream, and I noticed a couple of them are coming back, but I don't know if all of them are going to come back. I think if we can keep the roots alive underneath, it does okay. All right, everything's successfully in the dryer, and Rhonda is safely locked in her car again. That's good to hear. Now you can help carry the conversation here. You gonna come up and visit? Yeah, come on. We got the brush up here. Oh yeah, that got his attention. There he is. I don't know. I don't really keep up with the pollen count. It doesn't really affect me as much as it did when I was a kid. I had horrible allergies when I was a kid, and the spring would always be miserable. But it doesn't really bug me as much any year anymore. We've been kind of looking around trying to find a place where Beth could find a tortoise. You started an online course about ancient Egypt. Are you taking somebody else's course, or or have you started the course? In other words, are you the teacher or the trainee? Been on 18 different allergy meds in the last 2 years. Nothing works. That's a drag. I'm glad I outgrew my allergies. Laura Lee wants me to give you a belly fub. You want a belly fub? Yeah? Well, we'll give you a belly rub instead, huh? Because I don't know what a belly fub is. You see Bite's ears perk up. He looked out the window and somebody walked by walking a dog. That is the face of a satisfied cat. Yes, it is. Bite and Nibble are about 16 now. Yeah, he's my buddy. There he is in his entirety. You know, it's not rude it's really rude to not face the camera. I got to get all the cat fur out of my face. That's the downside of the belly rubs. Maybe I got to learn the belly fub thing and see if I can if that works any better. Ah, you're shedding too much. Yes, you are. You're a living fur ball. I'm sure Logan is rubbing the TV. Do you need some treats? We have a suggestion that we need to give you some treats. Because everyone knows you're not fat enough as it is. Okay. No more kitty treats. Did you find this one? I guess you did. I don't feel it down there. Do I ever want more cats? Not more than I currently have, but you know, two of them is probably the most I'll ever go with. And it's just because these two came as a team. Still got cat hair all over the place here. Sorry, got to deal with it, or I'll be my nose will be all tickly here. I'm sure Bite and Nibble would enjoy sliced turkey too, but I try not to get him hooked on human food. It's not really good for them. Did I ever own a parrot? I had a conure when I was a kid. Let's see if I have any pictures of him. I did. He'd probably be in here. I know it's really poor form for me to be looking on my cell phone when we're doing doing a live stream here. I really should be paying attention to you, right? Really rude of me. I don't know why Facebook has to make it so difficult to find things. Let's see here. If it was anywhere, it would be in here. Yeah, there's a picture of me and my parrot. So we can get this viewable here. Yeah, that was me and my parrot when I was in my 20s. Look at that dork. Can you believe what a dork I was? Let's see, anything else funny here to look at? Yeah, look at that dork. You just know that he's going to grow up and make a bunch of stupid videos for the internet, don't you? Just look at that face. Now, that telescope is kind of a toy, and honestly, I really want to kind of replace it. It's not very good. Um, you can only really see a few things. It's good for looking at the moon. You can see Jupiter. You can see the rings of Saturn. You can see a couple of moons around Jupiter, but it's little more than a toy. There's far better ones out there. Catch up here while I was showing you a bunch of pictures. You guys said a bunch of things, and I gotta see what I'm missing. I never got him to say. I never got the parrot to learn anything that I taught him, but he knew how to say his name. He knew how to say "pretty bird." In fact, that was how I first, you know, what first, made me get him in the first place. He was kind of a fringe acquisition, or not fringe, a binge purchase kind of thing. I was at the bird farm. I one time when I went to California, I brought you to the Magnolia Bird Farm, and I was at the Magnolia Bird Farm, and he was on the counter, and they were trying to sell him. And I kind of held my hand up, and he jumped onto my finger, ran up my arm, sat on my shoulder, and said, pretty bird in my ear. And I said, okay, you're mine. You're coming with me. And that's how I got him. He was my buddy. Yeah, I had a whole bunch of birds. I actually had an aviary in the backyard, two aviaries actually, and I had zebra finches in one of them, parakeets in another one, and I had a pigeon coop at one point too. I've thought about building another aviary. It'd be fun, but I don't know how the birds would do in the winter. Yeah, I don't know how many pictures I have of past pets. In fact, it was interesting when I was looking at this. Here I saw. Let's see here. That's me and one of my pet guinea pigs when I was a kid. No skinny pigs for us. Let's see. And that was me and my dog Jenny. And that's another guinea pig I had. His name was Rascal. Another dog I had, his name was Joe. Another picture with me and Jenny. You can see a bunch of dog poop in the background. Really ought to Photoshop that out, right? We had a little hole in the gate so the dogs could look out. So that's Jenny and Joe sticking their head out of the gate. They like to see what was going on around them. That was me and one of my parakeets. Let's see. There's Taco. Anything else worth looking at here? No, not really. One of your foster dads had pigeons, huh? I've thought about racing pigeons, but I've never had the nerve to let them out. I've had so many different pets as a kid, you know. I mean, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, literally. Cats, dogs, guinea pigs, mice, rabbits, tortoise, parakeets, finches, pigeons, doves. I had a chinchilla once. Your brother had a parrot. One of the words he said was meow. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm just as ugly now as I ever was. I had a few show pigeons. I mean, they weren't. I never showed them, but there's fancy breeds of pigeons that have really ornamental feathers and stuff like that. I think you can show just about anything. If you got something, there'll be somebody there that's willing to look at it. Do I work 12-hour shifts? Yeah, a little bit more than that now too. I'm doing sometimes 13, 14-hour shifts depending on what the work level is. I'm kind of acting as a backup lead at work. And so, you know, I end up hanging out after hours and working with the leads to kind of get everything finished off. I'm kind of a renaissance person over there. I do a little of everything. I think that's just the way that you be a good employee. Rhonda's been cooking a lot lately. Yeah, I had fish too. I forgot about that. Fish. I had little aquatic turtles too when I was a kid. I had a 300-gallon pond in my backyard in California, and I had goldfish in that. The 12-hour days are kind of grueling at work, but it is nice having 3 and 4 day weekends. I remember when I worked at Disneyland, I would only get one day off, and I'd be so thankful when it came around. But and now I have a minimum 3 days off every week, and it's like, oh man, this is only my 3 day weekend. It's just funny how your perspective changes with things like that. Like I said, I do like having 3 days off, but I like having 4 days off better. I'm trying to figure out, is that all one thing, Rhonda? Roasted red pepper soup, lasagna cheese, pizza cheesecake. Thanks for stopping in, Top Vloggers. It was good talking to you. I haven't seen you in a long time. Bread time, huh? I've tried making bread a few times. Haven't done really well with it. I use my Instant Pot all the time. I love it. It's except for maybe the microwave and like the toaster oven. It's probably the most common thing I use. Well, that's good. I'm not sure what a pizza cheesecake would taste like. That sounds like that'd be a little strange. I mean, I guess I could see how the rest of it might go together. One of these things is not like the other. One of these things is not the same. I could totally see a roasted red pepper soup lasagna pizza, but when you throw cheesecake into it, that seems like, eh, I don't know. Favorite meal to make? I barbecue a lot on the grill. I think my favorite thing to eat is my mom's lasagna, and I made that for you guys a few years ago. told my mom this a number of times. I've had all sorts of lasagna, but my mom's lasagna is kind of the benchmark that I judge it all against. I've had other kinds of lasagna that are really good, but there's only one mom's lasagna. Get a new barbecue. Yeah, you got to do that every once in a while. My old one, I'm almost literally rotted away. Yeah, I did my mom's lasagna a number of years ago. Let me see if I can find it and tell you at least what number it is. Let's see. Content. Playlist. Maybe one of my bites and nibble cooking logs. There we go. There it is. It was episode 224. It's called Mom's Lasagna. So yeah, go check that one out. That's my mom's recipe. Really, really good one. Yeah, I made $6.12 from that one. Woohoo! 2,000 views. No, no cottage cheese in it, but it has multiple kinds of cheese in it. Did I ever meet anyone famous working at Disney? I met Mickey Mouse. That's about as famous as you can get. But no, no real people. Cheesecake is pretty good. Yeah, go on the channel and just do ETM-224. It'll take you right to it. Yeah, right. $6. I can retire. Woo! I don't own a dog right now. I'd love to have one, but I'm not home enough to have a dog. It wouldn't be fair to the dog. Maybe when I retire, if I retire, I might just be one of those people that works until I drop dead. Someday they'll just come in and I'll be dead at my desk. I had dogs as a kid, though. Yeah, that's the cool thing about cats. Cats are, you can put them on autopilot. You feed them once a day and they're good to go. Your grandfather called that dying in the harness, huh? Well, look who's back. Probably hungry for more cat treats, aren't you, Bite? See, that always gets them to come. But only so far, right? Not the toxic twins. They're always looking for more food, huh? Well, yeah, so is Bite. Bite's always looking for more food, too. See, he gets me pulling the lid off of the kitty treat jar, and all of a sudden he's my best friend, aren't you? Let's make you exercise a little. Sad. That's the only way we can get him to exercise. Pretty spry for a 16-year-old, huh? Oh, I see Nibble peeking her head around the corner. See if we can get her one. Yeah, we got one for her. There's another one for Nibble. Sometimes that's the way you got to do it. Like the offspring say, you got to keep it separated. So you give one to Bite, then you give one to Nibble, and hope the Bite doesn't go steal it from her. That one's for you. Oh, I missed. So we got to try and get two to Nibble now. That was actually perfect. I threw two of them. One of them hit Bite. He got that one, and the other one went all the way to Nibble. That one hit Nibble. Okay. Hey, Elvis is in the house. Rhino's got to go check the dryer. Hello, Gene. Yeah, Mom's doing good. She got the staples taken out of her gut the other day, and basically, I think she's in like kind of a halfway house right now, a rehab place. They're trying to do a lot of physical therapy and get her kind of back on her feet again because she's been off her feet for a month, and so she's kind of drifted backwards a little bit. And got to kind of catch up to where she was, but she's doing well. She's not enjoying the food at the halfway house. She says it tastes like cardboard, but she appreciates it when my sister brings in food from outside. It's always good when Elvis has not left the building. Haven't seen Jeff. You're right. We're an hour into this. He's usually here. Usually, I mean, sometimes I guess they have some event after church, and maybe he's doing that today. Usually checks in though when he's done with church while he's going out to lunch. Yeah, I can't wait to get back in the pool. Oops. Got to get out of the habit of punching the laptop though. That's not a good thing to do. I would bet if you live closer, she'd get visits from Charlotte and Logan all the time too. Yeah, and that may be what's going on. I mean, I haven't talked to Jeff about it. I saw when I was scrolling through Facebook a little earlier today before the live stream. I saw, he always live streams his church services. So, I know he was there, but don't know what necessarily happens. Every week. Sometimes, if there's some luncheon or something that they have after church, then we may not see him. That's true. When we mention him, he does have a tendency to pop in. So maybe we'll see him. I'm sure my mom would love it too. Oh, Jeff keeps posting pictures on his Facebook page about Amigo. So I think Amigo is living it up. Let's see here. He posted something the other day. Everybody apparently is wondering whether Amigo has any toys, and apparently he wanted to make sure everyone understand that Amigo has plenty of toys. And apparently is more interested in not necessarily playing with them. And I think he posted something also about, let's see here, about all the food and treats and stuff like that. Apparently, he's got all sorts of doggy treats too for Amigo. So Amigo isn't missing any meals in case anyone was concerned. And there, I bumped the laptop again. Got to stop doing that. Bad form here. Makes this look really amateur hour. Of course, this is amateur hour, except it's amateur 2 hours. Or Jeff's live streams on his main channel? No, he has a Facebook channel and it's on his Facebook page. He doesn't put them on his Cooking with the Kid channel. In fact, while I was on there, I saw that one of the things he had was today's service. And
nice crowd, yes.
that's the playback of his church service from today.
Now here comes Allison and Maggie.
I guess they just turned up the sound here. So I'm not going to play the whole thing. You can go on his Facebook channel and watch it. Yeah, I know I'm abusing my laptop. Poor thing. Yeah, it's probably been about 10 minutes now. Your dryer's probably done. It's just a Jeff Kidd. Yeah, it's just his Jeff Kidd page. Got a picture of him and his wife. Hour down, one glass of vodka down, one to go. I shook the TV tray it's on, so I got a little bit of water slash vodka on the TV tray. Hi Susan, how you doing? Yeah, we had a little rain blow through here last week. It didn't drop a whole bunch of rain. I guess it was more powerful in Dallas. Dallas got nailed. I think there was like a tornado or something like a tornado that went through Dallas, ripped a few roofs off buildings and stuff like that. But yeah, the pool's coming along well. Yeah, it's important to stay hydrated. It's especially important when you're talking that much. I'm not much of a talker. I think I probably talk more during these 2 hours in a live stream that the whole rest of the week combined. No, I was at the lake a couple weeks ago, and it doesn't really seem like that it stopped or that it raised up a whole lot. No, I still got a little problem in the pump housing, but I think I'm going to be able to fix that. Well, the sand literally becomes the filter, and so what happens is all the solid stuff stays on top, and the water kind of seeps through the sand, and so it just literally becomes the filter material. And then every once in a while, in fact, I think I talk about it in an upcoming video. You have to backwash, and so you run the water backwards through the filter housing, and it takes all that gunk that's settled on the surface of sand and flushes it out to the drain. I haven't seen any bad weather in Texas. I love it all. We get some extreme weather, and then that's something I love about this place. In fact, it's funny, we had a storm go through when I was at work about 2 weeks ago, where there was concerns about a tornado, and we had a severe storm warning alarm go off in the building, and we were all out in the halls, hunkering down against the walls. Nothing came of it. Yeah, I got some friends at work that I hang out during lunch, but sometimes I just eat alone too. I'm kind of a loner. Yeah, I like doing the weather radio the weather radio videos too. I'm still not tired of it. You know, we never got rain like that in California. You know, it'll just be a powerful storm system that, drops rain, an enormous amount of rain on you for 10 or 15 minutes and it's over. Well, I have some plumbing that goes along, goes out of the pump along the ground and then kind of shoots out into the front yard under the gate. It used to be a hose when I moved in there, but I replaced it with PVC, and so it's a little neater, I think. And it's cut a little hole at the bottom of the gate, going into the backyard. Put the hose through it, and it just kind of empties onto the driveway and runs down the driveway. Yeah, I love the sound of the rain on the roof too, but I especially love going out in the under the patio cover and watching it out there. because that's a metal roof, and so it's a whole different sound. No, we have a cafeteria that and a like a it's almost like a restaurant in there. You can order hot meals. I usually do that. Actually, the summer is kind of our monsoon season. That's when the rain comes the most. We didn't get any last year. Last year was a weird year, but usually we get a lot of rain in the summer because it's really the heat that drives the rain. That's what makes the really great, powerful electrical storms. Warm, moist air coming in off the Gulf of Mexico, getting caught into a current that gets pulled up into the atmosphere, condenses, forms into rain, and away we go. Hey, it's the other Brack. I've been thinking something like that this year, this next year, Susan. I've been actually looking maybe for a piece of canvas or something that would let the water pass through, not not with the leaves and stuff. Because that's always the problem with the plastic covers, is they eventually seep down, and what ends up happening is the water accumulates on it, and the weight of that just stretches out the plastic of the cover, and yeah, it just doesn't work well. Well, I'm glad you did stop by. Taking your son to the Thunder game. That sounds like fun. Yeah, yeah. This year was a weird year for California. Apparently, they got more coming later this week, according to my mom here. Let's take a look at what's going on there, see if anything's happening interesting. Oh, yeah, it's raining right now. All sorts of rain in California right now. Look at that. That's what's happening in California right now. All that green is rain. And when it starts, oops, when it goes into the pink area here, that's where severe winter storm. If you see there's like white there, that's where it's snowing. So it's going up in elevation, and as it goes up in elevation, it starts turning into snow. Yeah, unfortunately though, the leaves come down so much in the fall that I'd have to be out there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to scoop the leaves out of there. And unfortunately, that doesn't work with weird work. So I got to do something to cover it up. And I've been thinking of some sort of fabric or something that would allow the water to soak through, but that would catch the leaves. I think that's going to be a better idea. And I'm kind of thinking about that for next year, thinking maybe about a piece of canvas or something. I was actually looking at that a couple of weeks ago, but unfortunately, a lot of the canvas I'm seeing is uh, water resistant. And that's not going to solve the problem because I need the water to soak through. We're going to end up with the same problem. It'll just be canvas instead of plastic holding the water. Now, a canvas tarp isn't likely to tear as easily, but still. No, I've never seen that kind of weather in California. I don't think so. I don't think the canvas will be too heavy. I mean, it's definitely not going to be any more heavy than the plastic cover filled with, you know, 50 gallons of rainwater. And hopefully the canvas would last more than 1 or 2 years too. Yeah, this would have been a fun year to spend in California, but all the other reasons for getting out of California still apply. That place is just going downhill too much. Well, that's something I could maybe do too, is or even just cut down that tree. But I love that tree; it's a beautiful tree, and unfortunately, half of the tree hangs over the pool, and so if I were to cut off the branches on that side, then the tree would be heavy on the other side, and there'd be too much of a chance of it falling. So no, we're gonna have to come up with other options. Yeah, I love my trees. That's one of the things I love about this is I got a bunch of really old, big, beautiful trees in the yard. A couple big ones in the backyard, three big pecan trees in the front yard. I love them. Well, I spent a whole bunch of money at Home Depot this past weekend putting some plants in the front yard. You'll see a video on that, I think, on Thursday. Uh, Front yard looks really nice too. Yeah, well, I have a yellow rose bush in the front yard that I put in there a couple years ago. It did really well. I thought for sure I would lose that this winter, but it bounced back and it's really healthy and it's flowering like crazy. In fact, I think the live stream last week might have been the cover photo might have been from that. Let's see, or maybe not. Or it might be one of those cases. Sometimes I'll shoot photos for the cover photos for the live streams with a cell phone, and sometimes I'll email them to myself on the laptop. But other times, what I'll do is, uh, oh yeah, I guess that is the rose photo. Is I'll plug the laptop or plug the cell phone into the laptop and drag the photo over. But yeah, that's the rose bush from uh, just a couple weeks ago. It wasn't blooming a whole bunch, but there's buds all over it. See, there's a nice bud there. And I was out looking at it this morning, a couple nice ones there. It's covered with flowers right now. Okay, Rhonda's driving home, but she's still listening. That's good. Yeah, my yellow rose of Texas. No, it's been in the 40s and 50s at night. There's no way. The pool's in the probably mid 60s. I ain't going anywhere near it until it gets to about 80. I'm a wimp when it comes to being cold. Yeah. Yeah, the yellow rose, like I said, it's covered with all sorts of buds. So this photo was like from a week ago, and it's covered with flowers right now. There's 6 or 7 flowers on it. In fact, I kind of considered making the doing a picture of the rose bush as the cover photo today, but ended up doing. I think this was the picture I used instead. Yeah, that was the picture I used today. Instead, I cropped it a little bit. Some pretty flowers. Those are some of the flowers I put in the front yard. Hi, Nancy. Long time. We got people stopping in here today that haven't been here in a long time. That's good. I'm glad people are coming back. We have these people that pop in and then they're gone for a while, and I figure, oh, I guess they lost interest, but then they pop back in a little bit. So I'm glad people are doing that. It's nice to see people come back. Kitties are doing good. They were out a little bit, but I think they're both in their room now. Yeah, yeah, I'm really happy. I do more roses in my yard, except for the fact that roses are sun lovers, and there aren't really a whole lot of places in the yard that get a lot of full sun because of all the trees and stuff like that. But there is that one little spot in the yard there that is in the perfect place. There's no trees there. It's right up against the house, and you get sun from early morning till about late afternoon, just full sun. So that's the perfect place for it. In fact, the previous owner had a rose bush in that spot and it didn't survive, but mine is doing well. The problem with California and their drought is they don't have any means of capturing the water when it comes. And so most of that water just ran out to the ocean. Now, the one thing they got working in their favor is that they got a lot of snow this time. And so the snowpack will help for a while because that will melt slowly and seep into the ground rather than running off. I haven't really done a whole lot with the roses, just water them regularly. I feed them a couple times a year with special rose plants, or rose food. And basically, it's just these little pellet things you put on the ground and it kind of dissolves. But what I actually do is I'll put the pellets in water and let them kind of dissolve in the water, and then water the rose bush with it. And I did that, and the rose bush is really doing well right now. They could if they want to, but unfortunately, they're all concerned about, fish or something like that. And so rather than, engineer an aqueduct or something like that to capture all the water, they just let it flush out to the ocean. Get a new puppy. Yeah, that puppies are a lot of work. That's true. They are at a water drain by the house, but the water drain kind of goes past the rose bush, so it doesn't really end up there. But there is a sprinkler head right there, and so it gets a lot of direct water when the sprinklers run. I don't currently collect rainwater, but I've been thinking I've been thinking about doing something like that. Capture the runoff from one of the rain gutters and channel it into some drums or something like that. I have thought about it, thought very seriously about it. Yep, Bite already got his belly rub for the day. My mom always said if you can't say something nice about someone, don't say anything at all. So I got nothing to say about Newsom. He's an idiot. I don't always listen to my mom. Hey, there's Eric. How you doing, buddy? Everybody's kind of popping in here today. See if we can coax Bite back into the shot here with a well-placed kitty treat shake. Yeah, I knew it. Makes his appearance. Oh, look, we even got Nibble to pop out here. Let's see if we can get one over to her. There's one for Nibble. Okay, there's one for Bite. Another one for Nibble, but Bite's gonna go steal it from her. Got that one to her. Bite's such a big target, he gets in the way. There, we got that one to her. So I gotta throw him overhand. My backhand doesn't work that well. I know, it was in a pit in the wall. We just don't get Nibble to come out here that often, so we got to make her work for her food here. Remember when she used to come out and eat, take food right out of my hand? Yeah. I guess I spoiled her too much. It's too easy to sit at the end of the hall and have me throw food at her. There you go, Bite. That one's for you. All right. Back to the Breck Show. Let's see. What have I missed here? Eric just woke up. Toxic Twins will come running, no doubt. Sandra, there's another one that we haven't seen for a while. Saw your aunt and your baby cousin yesterday. That's cool. Hi, VNA. Oh, Gene's checking out. It's church time. Gotta sit up a little bit here. I'm too old to be sitting like this too long. Yeah, Bite and Nibble make me laugh too. Sorry about the pain, Connie, but I'm glad you stopped in. Hope you have a good weekend. Oh, just a youngin', huh? Come on, Bite. We got the brush over here. Come up and visit. Babies and kids are cute when they belong to someone else. You said it. Oh, Rhonda's checking out. Thanks for stopping in, Rhonda. Good talking to you. Yeah, you guys got to pick up the slack a little bit because Rhonda's gone. You're not going to come up and visit? They want to see you. I don't know what a peep plush is, except that it looks like my couch cover. Yeah, I know everybody tie dyes sheets, but or t-shirts and stuff like that. But how many people actually tie dye a, a bed sheet? Oh, Peeps Marshmallow. Okay, I know what those are. They have tie-dyed Peeps. Why not, huh? Oh, cats always make me laugh. I mean, that's really the only reason that I do it. Why else would you have a cat except that they make you laugh? Yeah, I've been thinking that the next Escaping the Mouse t-shirt I do is going to be a tie-dye shirt. Probably just a white t-shirt with like maybe Escaping the Mouse in text, the text of Escaping the Mouse, and then tie-dye it and custom make each one of them. Your friend's cat doesn't like it when she sings, so she slaps at her. That's funny. Yeah, I had a friend when I was a kid who had an uncle that was a year younger than him. Tie-dye shirts aren't really that hard to do. It's a little time consuming, but they got really relatively inexpensive kits that you can buy at like Walmart and stuff like that. You like the marshmallow peeps after they've gone a little stale, huh? Interesting. Lynn apparently is not a fan of stale peeps. Still got cat fur on me here for some strange reason. When do I start using the air conditioning in Texas? I don't know. It's got to get a lot warmer than it is now. I mean, I think we're going to maybe hit the 50s. I still got the heat on, but I've bounced back and forth a little bit. A week or two ago it was in the 80s and 90s during the day, and I had the AC on, then I had the heat on again. So we're kind of in that stage of the year where it's kind of going back and forth. But I think we're only hitting the 50s today. Mm. mid 30s at night. So yeah, they got all sorts of cool tie-dye stuff at Walmart. It was nice to be out last week here. It was because I think it was like in the mid 60s. That's perfect weather to be outside, especially if you're doing like yard work and stuff. And that's what I was doing. I was planting some stuff in the front yard. Well, I'm not looking forward to my next water bill because of all that water I had to put in the pool. I had to raise the water level about 6 inches. I calculated that was probably about 3,000 gallons of water I had to put in. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to that, Bill. But fortunately, I just have to top it off every once in a while. It isn't that bad. 37 in Minnesota. Yeah, it's a little warmer than that today. Upper teens in Canton, Ohio. Canton, Ohio. Yeah, that's a little chilly, but it's a dry cold. You come up and visit? You're just gonna sit there and meow. Guess you're just gonna sit there and meow. Be that way. Come on up. My mom knows that when she calls I'm on the air that she's getting put on. So here we go. Hey, Mom, you're on the air.
Hi, are you talking to the group?
Yep, we're doing a live stream as we speak.
Yeah, I thought so. I'd give you a little chance to get going, and then I'd call in to see how.
Yeah, so how you doing? Everybody keeps asking how you're doing. I heard last that you got your sutures out and the food still tastes like cardboard.
Well, that's just about right. You know, staples are out, and she left a couple in because it was a little bit. She had to take the staples out real early because she thought there was a little bit of pussy stuff in there, but that cleared up real fast. So that's the only part that isn't really healed yet, but the rest of it is. So that's good. Boat isn't healed, but the staples are out anyway. So.
All right. So Rhonda and the girls are very excited that you called in.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad they are.
And Kimberly George says hello. So yeah, we're just catching up now here. Now that you called in here, he's got to start getting the comments coming in now. Rhonda says, Nana, oh, there's Jeff Kidd. We've been wondering where he was. He's kind of a late arrival today. Hey, Jeff, how are you doing? Lindex says, it's hi, Brooks' mom. So we were talking about Panera Bread. What is it you like about Panera Bread? Are you still there? Did I lose you? I think I lost her. I'm going to call her back. Hang on a second. Yeah, we lost her. Wonder if she realized she's not on the air anymore.
Three.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll try again. We'll see if we can get her back here. That's weird because I just dropped her for some reason. All of a sudden, she wasn't there anymore. Let's try again here.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we were talking to you, and all of a sudden, you weren't there anymore.
And then I wasn't there anymore.
So let's see, catch up here. Scott says, "Hi, Mom." Let's see.
Hi, Scott.
Rhonda and the girls want to come and take care of you.
Oh,
Okay, we were wondering why Jeff was late coming in. I guess he had spaghetti lunch at church today.
oh, that sounds kind of good.
Yeah, I know. It sounds real good. It makes me want to go to Florida.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Is that where he is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can get good spaghetti too. So that's
Yeah, well, I can always make my own spaghetti.
Well, I know that's the best way to do it anyway.
Jeff says hi.
Hello. How's everybody today?
We were talking about the weather a little bit, so everybody's talking about how cold it is.
It's not just cold, it's wet.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Gosh.
We were talking about how Ohio and Minnesota, apparently it's really cold there. John says they wouldn't want to live in Buffalo, New York because of all the snow. But he heard that Ann Arbor, Michigan is nice. He's like, well, I think they pretty much got a lot of snow in Ann Arbor too.
I think they can.
Yeah.
It just kind of depends on what the weather.
Jeff says it's cool in Florida.
Okay. Megan just got back from Illinois.
Oh, okay.
She and her friends went to see the river parade.
Okay, yeah, that's right. They do that, don't they?
Yeah.
For St. Patty's Day.
Yeah. I didn't know they did in Chicago. I thought they did in Boston.
Yeah, well, I guess they do it there too.
Yeah. So that was kind of fun. Different thing. I guess none of them had been in Illinois before, so that was sort of fun. So anyway, so it's raining up here today. So
yeah, I saw that. We were looking at the radar a little bit ago. Although it looks like it's kind of past you now.
Well, I guess it's supposed to rain kind of back and forth all week. So
yeah.
We'll see.
Well, I'm kind of looking at it right now, and it looks like the rain is kind of blown through, and I don't see any more, at least for the next couple hours.
For the next couple hours.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with my radar app, that's about all I can predict.
Yeah.
But
that's about as good because Brenda said that it's been beautiful for the last couple of days.
Yeah.
The sun's been out. It's really nice. People are saying, spring is here because the flowers are budding out and everything.
Yeah. It's starting to happen here a little bit too.
Yeah. Now it's supposed to rain kind of off and on.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Yeah, got to do what you got to take it when you can get it. Lindex, it's Carolyn, is her name, not Caroline. Carolyn.
Oh, okay.
Linda was asking which way it was. Jeff says they need more rain there. It's very dry. Rhonda told the girls they got to behave or they can't talk to Nana.
Oh.
So she's bribing you with bribing them with you.
Oh, that would be fun.
So yeah, I got to tell Charlotte and Logan to be good.
Yeah.
And I guess Jessica too. Jessica's got to be good too.
Oh, it's just gone.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Rhonda was saying that one of the girls was putting food in the dresser drawers. So they opened up and all their pants were covered with food.
Oh,
And nobody will fess up.
of course not. Of course not. Sisters? No, they're not going to tell on each other.
No. And Logan says, no, it's not Carolyn, it's Nana.
That's okay.
Yep.
It's just fine. Nana Carolyn is just fine.
Okay.
So what's everybody doing today?
Yeah, what's everyone doing today? Okay, that's a good question, Mom. John asked when you can be back at home.
I hope soon. I'm just in rehab now, so it's I just gotta my incision is doing just fine.
Good.
My legs have decided that they don't want to work right now, so I'm doing PT for that.
Yeah, well, and so PT and food that tastes like cardboard for the time being, huh?
That's about it.
Okay.
That's just about it. Except when Brenda brings me food.
Yeah, we were talking about Panera Bread. You mentioned that in your text message.
Yeah, she brought me broccoli cheese soup.
Okay.
And then a cinnamon roll for breakfast. So that was pretty cool.
All right, so that's better than cardboard.
Oh, gosh, I mean, it's the same thing as other places where I've been. They can do a nice meal because they've done it, but they don't do it.
Right.
They just don't pay much attention to it. Throw it together and put it on the plate, and if it doesn't look good, oh well.
All right, somebody's gagging there.
Oh yes. My roommate has some coughing issues right now. So
apparently. So apparently. All right. So Laura Lee says hi. Linda says how the rehab is going.
Rehab is going. It's going well. I hate it. I hate physical therapy.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I got to do it. So it is what it is.
Well, Index says McDonald's is cardboard, but Panera is good.
I agree. Panera is very, very good.
And VNA says hello. She also likes Panera.
Yeah. How about Sourdough and Company? Is that kind of spread out over the United States or not?
I don't know. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that anywhere. Let's see. Let's look on the internet here and see what we can find here.
I love Sourdough and Company too. They seem to be pretty much around here.
Okay, let's see. There they are. Yeah, it looks like it's exclusively California.
Oh, it is. Okay. Yeah, little shops, but they do have an eating area inside and out, which is very small. But I think the most of their stuff is takeout.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it looks like there's two of them in Folsom.
Yeah. I'm not surprised because they're good. I like. Yeah. There's a place. There's a Sourdough and Company right out where I eat when I get my nails done, and so I wish I wasn't getting my nails done, and then I could take food in there. But getting my nails done doesn't work for me. So.
No, they probably don't want you eating while you're doing your nails.
Some people put in, if they're gonna get a pedicure or something, then they can just sit in the pedicure chair and
eat. Yeah.
It's handy right there. Good soup and sandwiches and salads and all sorts of stuff like that. So it's good.
Okay, Rhonda's offering to ship you some homemade stuff.
Oh.
Apparently she's been cooking like crazy for the past few days.
Yeah, that would be a blessing for sure. Oh my goodness. No, it's Brenda. Almost every time your sister's up here, it's like, can I bring you food, Mom? And it's like, yes. And she says, where do you want me to get it?
Yeah, that was always kind of your favorite place. I don't know. I was never a huge Panera fan. It's okay, but
A
you know,
lot of people aren't.
yeah,
A lot of people aren't. Sean doesn't like Panera bread.
yeah.
Megan
I,
doesn't.
it isn't that I don't like it. It's just I never come up and come get to the point where I say, "Gee, I could really go for some Panera bread today."
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a little different than some of them,
Yeah,
you know. But we don't do that as often because it's further away than sometimes where we go.
yeah,
So we just get food from different places, and sometimes maybe I go to the grocery store. They have some grocery stores that have nice delis,
uh-huh.
and I just sandwich from them. When we're out and about, and I can have it for dinner or lunch or whatever, or sometimes for a couple of meals
Right.
before I get it. So that's what's good. So what's the weather like in the rest of the United States?
It's kind of cold here. It's been like in the 30s at night. We're only getting into the 50s during the day. But we're supposed to warm up later on in the week, maybe get a little rain. So we're looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah.
And like I said, Minnesota apparently is getting some kind of cold. It's sunny, but like 17 degrees or something like that. I think someone said.
Oh, I haven't talked to Paul for a couple of days.
Yeah, Paul's her brother. He lives in South Minnesota.
Yeah, he hasn't mentioned the weather.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny sometimes because when all we talk about it, and I'll say it's really cold here. He says, "Oh, the sun is shining, 70 degrees."
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a switch from what it usually is.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Lindex wonders how much you've been affected by the weather, and I'm guessing probably not a lot because you've kind of been locked inside for the past month. So just kind of exploring it from the outside here, from the inside.
Yeah.
VNA says she likes the broccoli cheese soup too, and their ham sandwiches at Panera. Rhonda says she's never heard of Panera bread.
Oh, okay. I'll see if maybe it's not much out of California. So that's
yeah. And Lindex says northern Michigan in the lower 30s, snowed today, but gonna warm up into the upper 30s. So heat wave, shirt pants and t-shirt weather. Thank you for the super chat, Kimberly. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Well,
it's very nice of you.
Minnesota might be getting some of that cold stuff from Michigan then too.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's all kind of in the same area there.
Yeah, it is. If a weather system comes through, it's going to, if it comes from the Pacific Ocean, it's going to hit Minnesota first.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
John says, that sounds good. I'm guessing he's talking about Panera bread. He likes that soup, and we'll try a turkey or some kind of club sandwich. They're only 4 blocks for him. There we go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they do have really good sandwiches.
Yeah.
They have a really good Chinese or Asian chicken salad too. It's really, really good.
Okay.
I haven't had that for a while, but excellent. And just make sure to get the small size. Because small size is a large size as far as I'm concerned. You can even get a large too, but it's like, whoa.
Well, yeah, I'm a big guy though, so I tend to get large. I like the large food here.
Yeah, well, it's fine if you want to eat a platter of food that covers half the table.
That's me.
Yeah, but it is really very good. And their soups, their turkey chili is about the favorite thing I've got from them.
Yeah, I remember even when you were in SoCal, that was every time you went to Panera, that was what you got. At least as a side.
Turkey chili.
Yeah, so there you go. If you go to Panera Bread, try the turkey chili.
Yeah, it is awesome. It's seasonal, but
mm-hmm.
It may still have it. I don't know. Maybe it's already off the menu. I don't know. But it's not. They don't have it in the summertime.
Lindex asked if I was a well-behaved son.
Well,
Yeah,
He had a time.
that's where it goes. That's where we're going, people.
Yeah. I'm not going to say too much. He had his times like everybody does. His sister probably had more times than he did, but that's
Well, that's because you liked her better. That's because you liked her better. You got to choose her. You just got stuck with me.
oh yeah, that was really bad. He got stuck with me. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna say any more. There are ups and downs with both of you. So
Yeah,
everybody does some dumb things.
yeah. No, I saw that, Rhonda. I saw what Kimberly said. Thank you, Kimberly. Appreciate it. Definitely will do that.
What you're definitely gonna do.
Oh, Kimberly says that I should use the super chat to get a meal for my mom.
Oh.
Lindex made a Smothers Brothers reference. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something here. I must have said something that reminded her of the Smothers Brothers.
Who are the Smothers Brothers? I don't even know.
They're kind of a comedy team, if I recall right. Kind of a music and comedy team, I think. I remember them. I mean, they were big like in the 70s, I think. Lindex says, "Mom always liked you best." Oh, that must be what the reference is about. Because I think there was probably a comedy routine between them where one of them said to the other that Mom liked you best. So I think that's probably what the reference, where we're going with that. I don't know them well enough to know the routine, so I guess I missed that reference. Yeah, I think the Smothers Brothers are Canadian.
Maybe. Well, I think you being the oldest got it. It was a little tougher for you because your dad came down harder probably on you than he did on Brenda.
Yeah, I didn't really identify with Dad that much when I was a kid. You know, I didn't really become close to him until I got older.
I know. Because he was pretty tough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's what John M is saying. That's what Tommy always said to Dick Smothers. Mom always liked you best.
Yep.
So
yeah. And I don't know, girl, you're a little bit more at ease just with a baby for one thing.
Yeah.
And then just because we've been through it once, it's like, no, that's not so bad.
Yeah.
Let that go. Where the first one you come down hard right away. And sometimes that's not very fair, but
yeah,
it is what it is, and you weathered it and you came out just fine. So and we're all proud of you. So that's the important thing.
Okay, Jeff Kidd is saying he's not a Panera Bread fan, but his wife is.
Okay.
And he's like me. He says, I mean, it's okay. But yeah, it's like, it sounds like Jeff's like me. It's like, I don't, I'll eat Panera Bread. It's just, I don't ever, and they are here. There is one in Waco, at least one in Waco. But I've never gotten to the point where I said, gee, I'm really in the mood for Panera Bread. And Viennese is bringing up Chinese food. I'm the same way with Chinese food. I'll eat Chinese food, but it's like, okay, I'm not really craving it though.
Now, what is his wife like at Panera Bread?
What is your wife like, Jeff? What's her favorite thing at Panera Bread? Gotta wait for the response now here. Jeff likes Chinese food too, so. I think with Chinese food, I just find it kind of, it doesn't stick with you long. You're hungry too quickly.
You have a dinner at Chinese food, and it's like.
And you're hungry 2 hours later, yeah, right?
Yeah.
Jeff's mom likes Panera too. What is it they like at Panera? Maybe it's just a female thing. Maybe it's just the women like Panera Bread. Because
Maybe.
V&A likes it, you like it, Jeff's mom likes it, Jeff's wife likes it.
Yeah, but they have some pretty nifty pizza too. Although it isn't very good once you get it home because
Yeah.
it doesn't heat up well like regular pizza.
Yeah.
But it's good if you eat it right there
Yeah.
and it's hot. And cheese is melting. And pepperoni's right in there. But if
Yeah.
you take it home and try to.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think that's the case with a lot of pizza. A lot of pizza, you know, sometimes isn't as good. Sometimes it's better actually, but
Yeah,
you know, and sometimes it's good just cold. But
I've eaten pizza cold like that.
Yeah.
That's yum.
yeah,
But sometimes I'll heat it up too. But some just doesn't fly that way. And I think Panera is one of them. But they don't have theirs like in a circle. It's a rectangle.
Oh,
Maybe
okay,
about 6 by 10 or 12 maybe.
okay, interesting.
But it's good. But you have to have it right there. And they got a couple of sandwiches that I haven't tried yet.
Yeah,
Some of them just don't look very good, but I've got my standard ones that I really like. And maybe that's people are like that. Maybe they have their ones that are really, really.
okay. Charlotte says she loves food.
What kind of food, Charlotte?
Yeah, what kind of food?
You like pizza?
Oh, yeah, I love pizza. Pizza's probably my favorite thing in the world.
I love pizza too. The first thing I did when I came out of surgery and they got me back in my room, the doctor said, you can eat just about whatever you want, but take care with the spicy stuff. And I said, how about pizza? She just laughed. So I think that was
can't go wrong with pizza.
Oh gosh, no. No, it is yummy. I mean, I don't know that there's many people in the world that don't like it.
Yeah.
It is good. There's lots of different combinations though.
Yeah, but you can't go wrong with just the you can't go wrong with just a straight pepperoni pizza. It's not much that's better.
No, pepperoni and sausage sometimes. Oh yeah.
Charlotte says all of it.
All of it?
Yeah,
really?
she does.
Really?
Except the stuff that she's putting in the drawers, right?
Oh. Well, that too. That does happen.
So John asked if you have a favorite pizza place in Northern California.
Well, there's some different ones up here than there was, although, Straw Hat is up here, I think. And
You just got Straw Hat down in SoCal. It just isn't there anymore.
yeah. But some of them just kind of move around. That one where you bake at home. You buy it ready to bake, and you bake it at home. I think that's pretty good. Isn't that Papa John's? I think so. No.
I don't remember Papa John's being cook at home, but
no, there's another one. I don't remember what they call it.
And honestly, I don't really order pizzas out. I found a frozen pizza that I really like. It's called Old Chicago. I haven't seen it anywhere else, but they got it at HEB, and it's really good. The crust is yummy. A lot of pepperoni, a lot of cheese. I augment it, of course, but
yeah. Well, you would get all kinds. You would put plenty of hot sauce on it.
Usually, crushed red pepper and jalapeno peppers.
Okay.
That's always good.
Okay. So that's something. Well, I just wanted to call in and say hi to everybody.
Okay. Well, yeah, we're glad you checked in because everyone's still keeping their thoughts and prayers going here.
I'm thankful for that. I appreciate that to each one of you, because I feel that there's no question. Just
keep them coming.
Just pray real hard Monday through Friday, because that's when I got PT and I need it.
Yeah.
Get me through it.
Yeah. Jeff says he's glad to hear you're doing well.
Thank you.
John M said he tried Papa John's pizza once and didn't care for it.
I had it one time, and I did not like it at all. It was terrible.
I don't know if I've ever had Papa John's pizza, to be honest.
Because there wasn't, they advertise all the good stuff, all the cheese and all that funny stuff. It was practically dry when we got it. I couldn't believe it. And Dad did it as a takeout, but I mean, I shouldn't have that long. So I was kind of disappointed in Papa John's, but I don't know which. Papa Murphy's, maybe that's the one that you buy ready made.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Like I said, I've never heard of a pizza place that they prepare it for you and then you bring it home and cook it. I think that's an interesting approach. Lindex says hugs and prayers to you, Carolyn. Jeff Kidd says prayers for you for sure.
Oh, look at you with your lipstick. I just sure.
Yeah, well, that's good. You gotta just do what you gotta do and eat what you gotta eat. I guess. But
Jeff says Papa John's has gone down in his opinion, gone downhill. So I mean that happens sometimes too.
After that one time, I don't think we ever went to Papa John's again. That's a disappointment.
Yeah.
I don't know what these pizza places, but Straw Hat is really good.
Yeah.
What's the one? There's quite a few good ones, but Brenda orders it, and if I'm over there, I mean, they take care of the ordering and stuff, so I don't pay any attention to really what's up there. But they eat a lot of Mexican food, which is I love that too.
Yeah, I love Mexican food too. Rhonda says, "We love you, Nana, and hope you get home soon."
Thank you.
And Kimberly George says, "Get well, good days only." VNA says, "Get well soon," and she's praying for you.
Thank you.
So
appreciate that very much. Every single one of you, because I feel it. I know it. So that's good. So what's the main topics of conversation today?
Oh, let's see. We talked about pets. We talked. What else did we talk about? Always talk about the weather a little bit. You came up a few times, because they're concerned about that, and it's just been kind of a fun conversation. We just kind of go wherever we go.
Good.
Jeff says back in the day, growing up, he loved Chuck E. Cheese in the 80s. VNA agrees that Papa John's used to be good, but has gone downhill.
I think it is.
Okay.
Chuck E. Cheese. There's no more of them.
Yeah. There is actually a Chuck E. Cheese near here. But
there is?
There's one here in Waco.
I don't know if there's any more.
Huh.
That was, I think, it was really, really fun for kids.
Yeah. That's really what it was. It wasn't. I don't even remember whether the pizza was any good. It's just, it was a fun place to go.
Did you ever go there?
Yeah. We went a few times for birthday parties and things like that.
Yeah, and it was fun. But you're right. You don't go for food. You just go for all the craziness.
Yeah. John asked if you got along with all the pets I had when we were growing up.
Oh, yeah, the pets. The pets were fun. I think the one that was Iggy.
The parrot.
The
iguana?
Huh?
The iguana?
Yeah. That was the most interesting one, I think.
Yeah, I forgot mentioning the iguana. Yeah, I had an iguana at one point.
Yes, you did. He lived in the backyard in that crop.
Yeah.
And what do you think made him die? Do you have an idea?
We left him out in the backyard and it got too hot.
It was too hot.
We cooked him.
Because you always think that it's probably, that's what they like. They like it.
Yeah, but they're cold-blooded, so they can't control their body temperature. So when it gets too hot, they go someplace to cool off, and there was no place to go off. Oh yeah, Jeff Kidd's mentioning the black widows. Yeah, I had black widows as pets too.
Yes, you did. and he brought home these little birds that had fallen out of the cliff.
Yeah, we did that a few times too.
I kept them in a coffee can and tried to feed them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, anyway, I put in my 2 hours, so I'm going to pull the plug on this live stream. Hang on for a minute, Mom. I'll talk to you when we get done with this. Thanks, everyone. We had a great time today. I'll see you maybe next week. I don't know. I may cancel the live stream next week because there's something I want to vlog tomorrow, and this may kind of conflict with it a little bit. I don't know. We'll play it by ear, but I'll let you know. I'll leave a message on the YouTube channel and on the Facebook page about what we're going to do. But I had a good time today. Thanks, everyone. I'll talk to you next week. Good night.